How do you fertilize tomatoes correctly? A lot of the discussions I see online talk about the right kind of NPK. What is the ratio of those three nutrients that you should use? But I very seldom see any discussion about how much of that fertilizer you should put on your plant. What are the instructions on the boxes of fertilizer? Are those instructions complete enough so you can actually follow them? And the NPK ratio and the quantity that you're going to add. Now, the tomato is the most popular food crop, and several manufacturers make so-called tomato fertilizer, but they all use a different NPK. The three products that I'm going to look at in this program are an 18-18-21, 3-4-6, and a 3-6-4. The 18-18-21 is essentially balanced. It has the same amount of nitrogen, phosphate, and potash, which is the potassium. The 3-4-6 is relatively high in potash, and the 3-6-4 is relatively high in phosphate. How can all of these be the best fertilizer for tomatoes? There's a really important concept gardeners need to understand. When we're fertilizing, the NPK depends on the soil. But in real soil, the right NPK depends on the soil, and every garden is different. Without a soil test, you don't know which NPK to use. If your soil is quite good and it contains a reasonable amount of organic matter, you probably have enough P and K, in which case you only have to add the nitrogen. Growing plants need enough of all of the required 20 nutrients, but the nutrient that is almost always limiting growth is nitrogen. There are several reasons for this. Nitrogen is mobile, which means that it moves with water and is easily washed through the soil. Everything living in soil needs it, including plants, insects, worms, and microbes. And thirdly, it's not provided by the minerals. If the soil is low in nitrogen and organic matter, as is the case for many new gardens, the plants are probably under-fertilized and need to rely on the applied fertilizer for all of their nitrogen needs. This means organic fertilizers need to be applied in higher amounts than are recommended on the package. Now, in a mature garden that has lots of organic matter, plants will get some of their nitrogen from the soil and the rest from fertilizer. Organic fertilizer can be used in this case. So what do the experts say? I also checked with 3 extension offices in the U.S. to see what they recommend for nitrogen application. Almost all of their recommendations use soluble nitrogen. The